Prime Minister, what's the effect in Asia of demonstrations such as we had yesterday in Washington?
Well, you know, I get a lot of demonstrations in Singapore, and my students are quite a rambunctious and spirited lot. And I think they ought to be, otherwise I think there's very little future for Singapore. It's a young community, and the young must be idealistic. The young must believe that the world should be more just, and there should be more moral rectitude in the behavior of their leaders, and they protest often in more than just a peaceful manner, because the communists slip into my demonstrations, and, you know, windows got broken so often, and cars get overturned. But at the end of the day, I think decisions have got to be made by adults, not teenagers. But it's got to be made in such a way that when the teenagers become adults and they look back on these decisions, they would be proud of the generation that went before them.
Well, let me ask you this, Prime Minister. How confident are you that the United States will continue to supply this underpinning which you consider to be necessary for the non-communist states in Asia over, say, the next decade or so?
I don't know, and I don't think, first of all, I'm not an American, so how can I know? And this is one of the reasons I've come here, to try and get a sample of the thinking, the feeling. I have no doubts that your president has got resolution and determination and restraint, and somebody will probably work out a winning line. But I've also no doubt that your Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense have got it. But what I think, in your kind of open democratic society, you must demonstrate, in which I've really come here to try and understand better, to watch the proceedings in your presidential elections next year, is whether you, as a people, have got that resolution, that stamina, that perseverance, and, most important of all, infinite patience and a capacity to hold back your desire to settle this quickly and get it over with, because this is a very different kind of war. The other side is not in uniform, you are.